There's nothing like chilling with my girls. Just me and my divas taking over the world. Hey, divas. Hey, divas. Let me tell you now, divas.
What's up divas, and what's up divas? It's your girl April, and today's video is about this hair that is just basically everything to me. Like right now I am like in love with this hair, and it's not the hair that I have on actually. It's from Perfect Locks, which I got in the mail a few days ago. So I am like totally psyched about making a wig with this because of the texture. Of course everybody is like overwhelmed with the virgin textures, the silky textures, the body waves, the Brazilian. You know, it's nice. Virgin hair is beautiful, silky, straight, body wave. Either way, it's all beautiful. But after a while, it really gets to be a little bit too much, you know, because everybody has the same type of hair and you just want something different. So the packaging is phenomenal. It comes in like this cute purple pouch with like gold stars all over it. Their name is right here on the bottom, Perfect Locks, and it has also their website address and a Velcro opening. So you can actually keep your hair in this or your unit if you're making a wig with this. What I have here in this pouch is 3 bundles of hair in a closure because I'm about to make a full wig with this. But this is like some different type of virgin hair. First I want to tell you the process of how the hair gets to the texture that it's in. So that way you know that it's still virgin, but there's a little bit of process that they do, which is an all-natural process to keep it virgin, but to change the texture, which I'm like in love with. So I have a 14, a 16, and an 18-inch bundles. And they're just fastened together with their signature color, which is purple. And this is their relaxed, straight, virgin hair. And the color is a 1B in 14 inches. So it's more like a natural color, but the texture is not silky. It's more or less more like a relaxed perm African American texture hair, which I wanted because I wanted something different. The hair is thicker as well when it's like more or less a permed texture, which just gives it a different lay. And I didn't want something that's so silky all the time. For them to get the hair of this texture, which is, like I said, it mimics the African American permed or relaxed texture, they go through a steam process. So this hair is actually steamed with water and steamed with vapor to get it to this actual texture. As well as that, as over time, if you continue to put heat to it, it will revert back to its original texture, which is the silky smooth texture. But so you can use heat to it. I'm not really going to put a lot of heat to this because I love the texture as it is, and I'm just going to really kind of wear this one straight with the closure, and I'm also going to put it in like a middle part so that way I don't really have to do too much to it because I love the texture of this. Now it is suggested that when washing this unit or these hairs that you use like sulfate free products. They sell their own products, which is their deep conditioners, their deep leave-in conditioners, and their shampoo, which are also sulfate free. The hydrating shampoo, which is infused with argan oil. The leave-in conditioner, which protects and smooths and detangles. So this is something like you can spray on it or spritz on it during the daytime if you want. The hydrating condition, which is also infused with argan oil. So you can pick these products up from their website as well. They will come in bigger bottles like this, but this is just like a sample size. Also color this, but it is highly suggested, as on the website, and it does say in their pamphlets, to let a professional color this because this has gone through like a 2-day ammonia free coloring process, which means that the color has been just like tampered with a little bit. Because it is ammonia free, it is still considered virgin hair. So no bleach or any harsh chemicals have been used on this hair. The thing I would use is like a heat guard, a heat shield. I use like the Chi heat shield, Chi heat shield. I also use like bed head heat protectant, on like my wigs or my hair. Notice minimal shedding within a week during the first week of wear. This has a lot to do with the stretching and movement of the actual wefts that are either sewed to your head or sewed to your cap, whichever way you're going to rock this hair. So there are versatilities. This is a natural texture. Of course, they do have other textures for women who like straighter hair or more silkier hair. They do have like body waves, but this is more or less their virgin Indian hair. Totally excited to try this hair. Hair like this, when it's like the African American hair, you don't need like a lot of bundles of it because it's so thick. The actual bearding on these bundles are like fabulous. You don't even see any bearding. You don't see any hair on it at all. This is like some really pretty hair. It comes in a plastic bag and they're already sealed at the bottom, so it's not going to slip out. But of course I opened it. 18-inch right here, and so this will be at the bottom portion of my wig, which is still going to be long. So I'm like, I can't wait to try this out. This is going to be like some bomb hair, okay? Some really bomb hair. Like I said, you don't need a lot of it because the thickness of it. 16-inch, and the color is really pretty, and the texture is like beautiful. It like really reminds me of like relaxed African American hair. Closure right here, I do like it because it does have like the seaming, the bonding on the side, which makes it a really easy fit. The closure is really sturdy made. As you can see, I did put an elastic band inside, and I did sew some combs. There are 3 combs inside. Along with that, I always sew inside of my closure too, so that way the material is all laying flat. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take out my favorite paddle brush that is blinged out, and I'm going to go ahead and make a part. I do have somewhat of a part here, so I'm going to go ahead and make that part a little bit better. What I like to do actually is I like to make the part on my actual head first, and then what I'll do is I'll take it off, what you see now, and I'll put the hair in between my flat iron to flatten it down, so that way it gets a better flat lay. And as you can see now, the part is a lot more flatter, and I did take out the elastic because it was too tight. I actually had it sewn too tight, or the straps wasn't long enough. So I'm going to be using my Chi heat guard before I do my flat iron, and this is going to take me a while to flat iron this hair because it is thicker. But I'm going to go ahead like I did, and I spray the Chi flat, or the heat resistant, or the heat guard in my hair, and I brush that in, and I'm going to use my Chi flat iron to flatten that out. I did put it up to the highest temperature, which is 410 degrees, and it actually just went ahead and flat ironed just super easy. Along with using a comb or a certain type of brush, you can get like a one pass through with this type of hair texture. So like I said, it was like a light yaki, or better yet relaxed perm texture, which mimics African American perm textured hair to a T, and I actually am in love with this hair. It flat irons really easy, and of course it is smoking right now, the flat iron, and that has to do with the product that I sprayed in my hair, which is the Chi flat iron heat resistant or heat guard. So I'm going to just show you guys a couple of pass-throughs on camera of me flat ironing it, because what I'm going to do is I find it much easier to take the unit off, put it on my mannequin head, and then flat iron it. So here we go. It is all flat iron and straight, and I'm just going to take my curling wand and just bump it out just a little bit on the top. This is like a little cheap curling iron I got from Walmart. It actually doesn't really work too well for this type of hair texture because 400 degrees on this curling iron is more or less like 200 degrees on a really good curling iron. So I'm going to go ahead now, and this is the fun part. I'm going to just put some soft layers in this in the front just to frame my face a little bit. I'm not going to put too much because I really don't want to take a lot off. So I'm just going to divide the hair up and just cut away. And kind of like an angle. You can find tutorials on YouTube for how to cut layers in your hair, and as you can see, it kind of goes in like a slant. I love to cut my hair like this. I will probably try something different soon, like in the long run, but for now this works well because with this type of layer cut I don't have to curl it if I don't want to, which I do choose to wear this hair actually straight. And now onto the next side. I didn't put layers onto the entire head, just more or less in the front of my face to frame my face. Now that I'm finished with the layers, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be using my BH Cosmetics concealer palette, and I'm going to just use a concealer that's closest to my scalp color. I didn't bleach the closure. I just felt like that was just doing too much, and then I would still put concealer over it. It just would defeat the purpose. So I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of concealer. However, using it on the inner side is a lot better than on the outer side because it just looks more realistic. So keep that in mind. Alright guys, so I finally finished the final look of my wig from Perfect Locks. I went ahead and styled it, layered it, cut it, tweezed it, flat ironed it, bumped it, and all of that good stuff. This was a process for me with this hair. It is thicker than what I'm normally used to, so it did take me a little bit while to flat iron it. I did try to use my Walmart brand Conair curling wand, which gets up to 400 degrees, which is normally like 200 on a real curling iron, to put some heat to it, but it really only would just bump it. It didn't curl the curls tighter. I did notice with my flat iron, with my cheap flat iron, that it actually achieved tighter curls. So if you're going to use a curling iron that's super cheap, then trust me, you don't want to. So invest in a really good one. So that is what I plan to do, or I'll just curl it with my flat iron. The hair came out actually really pretty, and I went ahead and tweezed the closure because the knots were just, it was just hair. The hair is thicker all around, and I really didn't feel like bleaching it. To bleach the closure and then go ahead and put concealer on top of it just wouldn't make any sense to me. When you bleach the closure, it just gets brassy and it makes it a lot harder to blend with your natural scalp. So I decided just to leave it as it is because it was just like a perfect closure color to match my scalp. Of course, I still used my concealers on it. But it just made it a whole lot easier. I did have the elastic band on it in the beginning, but it was super tight, so I decided I really did not need it. It is sewn on a dome cap, though I'm not really pleased with the dome cap because it seemed like it lost its elasticity and the actual band of it. So I'm actually converting to different caps now, so I'm glad about that. But yeah, the band was a little bit too tight for me, so I did put combs in it. This is an actual middle part. I put this part in the middle so that way I can shift it if I want it to the left of me, or if I want the part to the right of me, then I can do that, opposed to just actually automatically putting it to the right. Normally I do wear my parts on the right, and I love my parts on the right, and that's just what I'm accustomed to. However, over time my hair has gotten a little bit thin on the actual right side, so I decided it's time for me to do it on the left and try to maneuver it and get used to it being on the left side. But the hair is beautiful. Like I said, it is virgin hair. It is steamed with water and vapor. With me, I like to wear the hair that's just simply this texture straight because it's just so full and it just looks just like so realistic. Now, I did squeeze every last bundle of hair on this actual wig along with the closure, and I left out this much. If I would have had a spot to put that little piece, then trust me, it would have actually been on a unit, but there really wasn't anywhere else for me to put it. The hair is thick. All the tracks are sewn extra close together, and I like a lot of hair, like fullness, va-va-voomness, a lot of hair. So I tried to squeeze every last bit of hair. This is not super long like what I normally wear. This is 18 inches, which is good for me because, like I said, it's more realistic. This is something that you can wear every day. You don't have to be all glammed up and over glamify, you know. It's just an actual hairstyle, and it's easy to wear. You just throw it on. You know, it's straight. You can bump it. You can put different curls to it. You can do whatever. It's very versatile. I like the texture a lot because this reminds me so much of relaxed African American hair. Though my hair itself is not this thick or this texture, it still reminds me of beautiful hair. Perfect Locks. I do make custom wigs. If you are interested, I will post my website below. And like I said, this is a full wig. It does have a closure, and I'm pretty sure you've seen that in the beginning of the video. So let me know what you think of this unit by PerfectLocks.com. And I am feeling it. I feel fabulous. And even though I have to get used to the part being on the left side, I am kind of getting used to it right now. I did a lot with this unit. Like, I sewed it and within 5-6 hours. I sat there and I sold the whole thing. I did a lot for this and I'm feeling it. So I will be rocking her for a minute. You guys will see me in this unit. So all the information for Perfect Locks will be posted for you guys below. I'll come back with her curl so we can see how that looks. So on that note, stay diva and divalicious, and you guys have a great week, and I'll see you soon.